Oh no. Ah! Hey cactus friends, it's Jenny from Cookies Cacti. So as you just saw a moment ago, it is incredibly hot today. And I think it's been like 26 or more days in a row now that we've been, or had a high of 110 and higher. So what I did was I completely soaked myself in water before starting to film, but prior to this, I was setting this up, you know, grabbing all the pots and plants that I've bought from Arizona Cactus Sales over the past couple of weeks. And I was overheating, so I had to keep going inside like every 5 minutes to cool off. But now I'm completely sprayed down with water, so let's see how long I can last. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's take a look at what I've bought over the past couple weeks. So some of you saw my Arizona Cactus Sales video with the art gallery from I think a couple of weeks ago. I only bought a portion of this during that time. What happened was the next weekend I went back, so I got even more plants. I'm going to try my best to share prices as I always do, but to be honest, I'm always a little bit ashamed to show how much money I spent. I live a pretty low-key lifestyle, and I seem to just spend all my money on cookies, medical bills, and then plant-related stuff, so please don't judge me. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'll show you what I bought that weekend where we went to the art gallery first, and then I'll show you what I bought last weekend. Let's get started. Let's start with the pottery. That weekend with that art gallery video, all the pottery at Arizona Cactus Sales was 20% off. That's actually the reason why I even went. I had been avoiding going to the nursery because I really shouldn't be buying any more plants, but I know that if I go, the temptation is just irresistible, and obviously that's what happened here. But let's start with the pottery. So these are all made by AZ Veronica Makes, a local pottery artist here in the Phoenix area. She's actually out in Mesa. So here's the first pot. It's $85. Definitely not cheap, but something that will last a really long time. And it was 20% off. I really love this, the design of the rim. Sorry, my shadow's in the way. Looks like a snake. Lots of drainage holes. And on the bottom, there's always a little bit of a surprise. These neutral pots are always wonderful because they look nice, of course, and then they also complement the plant, like they won't overshadow the plant. Here's the next pot. Again, another nice neutral color, neutral design. Almost looks a little bit like wood. This one was $60. Lots of drainage holes. Oh, it's got some feet on there. Very nice. Here's the next pot. Don't have a price on this one. I think this was also $60. Lots of drainage holes on this one. Nice color. Oh, it's $60 on the bottom. And then the fourth pot I bought is here. This one's so cool. I love it. This one was $70. Look at those designs on there. On the bottom, I love this surprise on the bottom. VC is Veronica's initials. And then because I bought so many pots, they also gave me a gift. This little pot. Kind of that snake design along the rim. Pretty cool. Found a little plant that doesn't mind to be root bound sitting there. Alright, so for the plants that I bought during that trip to Arizona Cactus Sales, where we also went to visit the gallery, I bought this plant here. Something about this variegation that I just love. This is a Cactus Pottsii variegata. It's a variegated cactus. I think that's so cool. And it was $15, so couldn't help but take it. This is actually grown, I think, by a local grower here who I've met before at the Central Arizona Cactus and Succulent Society, Eric. Oh, he's such a great guy. He's so knowledgeable and so willing to share his tips and tricks, and oh, he's just such a nice guy. But I've grown some pharaoh cactus from seed. It takes a long time to get to this size, at least for me. So the second plant I bought is this Coryphantha Maze tablacensis. I don't think I've ever seen this one at a nursery before. I went through a Coryphantha phase. I was so obsessed with them. I have a couple actually right over here. This one's, oh, you can see it's from B&B Cactus Farm. It's one of the first cactus that I bought. It's been with me for probably getting close to 3 years. You can see it's pretty darn happy. And then behind it, there's another Coryphantha. That one I bought at Boyce Thompson Arboretum also a long time ago. That one's not as happy. I don't know if it's because of the heat right now. Here we have another Coryphantha. This is also grown by Eric, I think, the local grower. Oh, so healthy, so beautiful. I'm also growing some Coryphantha from seed, but not these species, and they grow so slow for me. So I don't even know how old this plant is, but it was $15. So the next plant I bought during that trip was this guy. It's labeled as an Areocarpus trifinger hybrid, but when you look at the plant, I don't really see characteristics of the trifinger, but it looks like it's got agavoides in it for sure. And then who knows what else. This was $100. I couldn't help it, you guys. I think it's in a 4-inch pot. You see my hand? I have small hands, but kind of struggling to hold it. Dang. Let me show you a trifinger now so you can see what characteristics I'm talking about. So this is an Areocarpus trifinger that I have, and it has really obvious characteristics of a trifinger, and you can see why it's called that in the first place. Like the tubercles are split into 3. That looks like 3 fingers. But you see, we don't see this characteristic in that Areocarpus. But you know, this has trifinger in its DNA, so maybe if we, got some seed out of this, that trifinger characteristic might pop out at some point. That's the interesting thing about hybrids, is you never know what characteristics sitting in its genetics pops up. So then what happened was the next weekend, I saw they had more plants, like cool plants available, I think through probably Instagram. So I went back and I bought 3 more plants. So let me show you these ones. So these are all from Arizona Cactus Sales. So here, there's an Areocarpus, so this one, trifinger. You can see a little bit more of the characteristic of trifinger, but it's softer, much, much softer. You don't actually see like distinct 3 fingers. But oh, you can see a little bit actually on this tubercle here. Let me zoom in. See that? It's kind of on the back of other tubercles. Very interesting. So it's got it probably is trifinger. It's got trifinger in it. But it's just really interesting. I think I could give this a good water this weekend. This is $100. Yeah. And then I couldn't help but pick up this Astrophytum. This really big guy. This was $75. That's an Astrophytum hybrid. Oh, look how big it is. I'm gonna do this. God. Sorry about the shadows and stuff here. I'm actually kind of nearing my limit of how much more of the heat I can take, so I'm gonna be ending this video pretty quickly, or pretty soon, and then go inside and cool off. I really love the, what is this? This characteristic showing up on the ribs here too. These hybrids, if you cross them, because I have several more hybrids, it's really interesting to grow them from seed because you never know what kind of characteristic shows up in the seedlings. Alright, last but not least is another pharaoh cactus. It's also variegated. This one's a pharaoh cactus species, so who knows what it is. But look at the long spines. And then look at the variegation on this one. It's so beautiful. Gosh. Alright y'all, that was my plant haul from Arizona Cactus Sales over the past couple weeks. I am about to overheat, so I'm going to end this video. Say see you all next time. I'm going to go inside and cool off. Take care, bye-bye. One more thing I wanted to mention before I sign off for today is that Arizona Cactus Sales has a retail shop, which obviously is where I go to every time I go and do a shopping video there. They also have an online shop. Now, if you ever see a plant in my video that you don't see on their online store, which I think at least they used to keep it separate, it might still be separate, so sometimes you'll see plants that are in my video that you don't see on their online shop. Feel free to send them a message or give them a call, or they're a lot more active on Instagram now, so you can DM them and ask if they can sell you the plant and ship it to you. You know, something that you see in their retail store that you don't see online. I know of at least one person who's done it that way, and it worked out great. Take care, y'all. Bye.